Hi, I'm Anita Weiler, the Director of Meetings for Obesity Week, and I'm here to give you a little refresher course in how to record yourself giving a Zoom presentation. First thing you want to think about is prepping your slides. So very first thing, if you have a conflict of interest, it's important that you get TOS's approval of those slides before you start recording, because sometimes we have to make little adjustments to comply with ACCME regulations. Be sure to use fonts that aren't too small. We all have aging eyesight, let's say, and it's better if people can read. So try not to cram too much on a single slide. It's especially important to not use brand names of drugs or medical devices. That again is related to our ACCME accreditation. We don't want to get in trouble for that. Make sure your graphs are legible. That's a very common complaint from a lot of attendees, that they couldn't read it because it was so small. Don't infringe on copyright. It's especially important for virtual conferences. Do not use photos or videos or music you don't have permission to use. Sometimes those get flagged and taken down automatically, and we don't want that to happen. Also, please don't include your disclosures on the slides. We have already got those in the system, and we're going to do that for you. So we're going to talk now about setting it up so that you can be successful. So first thing you need to do is raise your laptop higher. If you leave it on the desk and you're above it looking down, it's going to look up your nose. Nobody likes that. So I've put a big stack of magazines under this laptop to get it up higher so it's looking right into my face. I'm going to use a headset with a microphone or earbuds that have a microphone. That makes the sound quality a whole lot better. You're going to either face a window or put a lamp facing your face, like behind the laptop facing your face, so that you don't get backlit. Because if you have a window behind you, nobody can see your face. If you wear glasses, you might want to tip them slightly so that they don't catch the light and glare on the screen. Use some sort of clean or professional background. I decided to go into the Obesity Society library, which has a nice bookshelf to put behind me. You can alternately hang up a bed sheet behind you if your office is incredibly messy and you don't want to deal with this, and or any other place you think looks great. Be sure to warn the people in your life not to interrupt you while you're recording. That's especially important at home, and triply so if you have little kids at home. You might want to lock your cat out, put the dog outdoors in case the mailman comes and the dog goes on a barking fit, silence your phone. We've all seen those Zoom blooper kind of experiences where something unexpected happens, and you can easily reduce that by just thinking ahead a little. You're going to dress in colors that aren't green screen, neon green. That can mess up the Zoom sometimes, especially if you've got one of those backgrounds that's not really there, like outer space or whatever. And avoid busy patterns. Another good thing to do is put a countdown timer either on your phone or maybe a kitchen timer in easy sight so that you know when you're running out of time. Next thing is set up the slides on your computer. So you're going to close any extra windows on your laptop. You're going to open PowerPoint slides, and then you're going to click on slideshow, and then you're going to choose browsed by an individual window. Click OK, and then click from beginning to play your slides. Then you're going to open Zoom. So you're going to sign in or create a free account. Most people have a Zoom account. It is completely free, so if you don't have one yet, please create one. Then you click on host a meeting with video on. Now, if you do it with video off, I'm not going to send back your recording, but the video on is a lot more personable and it's a lot more enjoyable for attendees to watch. So then you click on open Zoom meeting, and then click to join with computer audio, and you're ready to go. So next, you're going to share your screen, which I have right down here at the bottom. And then you're going to click on your PowerPoints, make them come up, and click share. Then you're going to turn the video on so that we can see your face up in the top. Next, you're going to put your face on the screen in a place that won't interfere, like the upper corner, so that you're not too distracted by it. And then to actually start the recording, you hover over the bottom of your screen and the bar will pop up. It's hidden if you're not hovering. Go to the far right, click on More, and then click on Record. So you give your talk, good idea to practice. Be sure to look at the camera, not at your slides. When you're reading your slides, people can see it. Try very hard not to go over the time limit, because if you go more than 2 minutes over, we're going to have to re-record or do some fancy editing, and that can be difficult. So stop your recording. Again, you can hover over the bottom and go to More, and then instead of Record, it says Stop Recording. So you click on that. It might take a minute while it converts the recording, but then eventually you'll have a folder show up, like this folder at the bottom. The recording in this case says Zoom_0. It's an MP4 video file. So you're going to save that somewhere. You're not going to lose it, and you're going to name it something logical so that we can tell it's yours. Then you're going to go to your email box and find one of the emails that we've sent you that has the Speaker Information Center link. Click on it, and then where I've highlighted in gray on this screen, you're going to click on Recorded Video Presentation. You have more than one talk, it'll show you a list of talks. For people who are doing live Q&A, it's even going to say panel Q&A or just Q&A. Those we don't record in advance. Those are done in real time. So don't upload to panel Q&A, upload to the title of the presentation you agreed to show. Next is just drag and drop and save. Super easy. So there's some other things that might give you pause on that screen, and I wanted to let you know what we do with all these things. So first of all, we're not giving your PowerPoint slides out to attendees or anybody. We keep them for our CME accreditation records and an audit that comes up every few years. And in case something goes wrong with a live event and we need to fall back on doing something live, we're going to have those PowerPoint slides ready to go. So the promotional video, that's optional, but highly, highly encouraged, because it really does help us spread the word about Obesity Week. And all you have to do is a Zoom recorded call like this one, or use your video camera, or get someone in your family, your teenage son or whoever, to help you record a very short video. Make sure you do it this direction, not that direction, because you get squished when you record a video that way, when most things display that way. So then the last thing that might give you pause, or you might feel like blowing off, but really we don't want you to blow this off. Please give us a one-page handout, because attendees beg for these. I have had to tell so many attendees that, sorry, I can't give you the slides, and if there's a handout, it's there, but then there's no handout, and the attendee's sad. So if you could please put together a very, very short handout, just a page or so, that has your key takeaways or where to get more information, that would be fantastic. Please upload that. So at the end of your presentation, you're not going to want to end like you would at a live conference with just questions, because the thing is, you're not going to necessarily get the questions right after this presentation. We're doing the symposia with presentation, then another presentation, then another presentation, all recorded, and then finally the panel of live Q&A at the end. So it wouldn't make sense, probably shouldn't do it that way. You can have thanks or contact information at the end. Also, just be aware that people will be able to contact you through the virtual conference system, through direct message or video call. So that's also an option. What's this virtual meeting like? I wanted to make sure that I answer some of these questions, because they're really common right now. We have selected a platform that is extremely interactive. Our council values the interactivity that happens at our meeting, the conversations that advance the science, and we really wanted to support that well. And we had the luxury, compared to some meetings, of a bit more time. So we were able to engineer a platform that really takes that into account. going to need to register for this conference just like any other Obesity Week. And the key thing to know is we changed our website address slightly. We are now a .org instead of a .com. So it's obesityweek.org, O-R-G. When you log in, you're going to complete your personal profile. It's going to remind you so much of Facebook. It looks a lot like Facebook. Then in this system, people can connect with each other. You can connect with other attendees, and they become your friends, just like Facebook friends. You can also direct message and video call, just like Facebook Messenger. You can set up some notifications so that you know what's waiting for you. You can like sessions, posters, people, exhibitors, and then they appear in your favorites or your personal news feed. Again, you have a news feed, just like Facebook. Every session has a chat board. That's every session, every poster, everything has a chat board where attendees can vote up and down their questions that they leave on that chat board. It's like Reddit. The chair of each broadcast session will use the most popular questions from those chat boards to do the live Q&As portions of the broadcast sessions. During or after the session, you are welcome to answer any questions in writing on those chat boards, because the odds of us getting through all of them are pretty slim. The platform is open for 2 months, November 2nd through December 31st. So if you didn't get a chance to do everything you wanted to do at Obesity Week, you can keep on doing it all the way through the end of the year. And you can also check back on your session or your poster or any other thing that you're doing at the meeting and answer questions or interact with attendees in other ways. So all the broadcast sessions will have a dress rehearsal approximately 1 or 2 weeks ahead of time with our production company. And we're going to be checking your sound, your lighting, your internet connection. We're going to explain how the system works, how the live Q&A is going to go, and just in general, make you very comfortable with the system so you don't have to worry. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak at Obesity Week. We could not do it without you. You are amazing experts, and I am so pleased to be working with you. If you have any more questions, you can contact me or Darnella at annualmeeting@obesity.org. Again, thank you so much.